White. Today I'm going to be taking you through a ShinBlitz Tibialis Trainer workout. Welcome everybody. This is a cool new product that just came out from Life Pro, and today we're going to be going through the workout. This product was launched on Friday by Amber, who gave a great launch advice on tips and tricks and reasons why we want to have this product as part of your workout equipment. And the cool part about it right now, very affordable product, very sturdy product. You can get it now through Life Pro for $39.99. It normally sells for $59.99. And I believe, based on what I'm seeing with a lot of my clients, and I work with a lot of active aging adults, this is a product we all should be using because it all starts with your feet and your lower legs. So if you want to protect yourself from knee and ankle injuries, or if you're maybe rehabbing from them, if you are looking for more strength around your ankles, you want to improve your running, if you're a runner, or maybe you just want to avoid shin splints, this is going to be a great product for you to try out. So today, my job is to take you through a workout to figure out how you're going to use this for your routine. A couple things I want to just let you know that I'm going to be using. I have a stool here, and this stool is about 2 feet high, so make sure you have something sturdy. Obviously, I've got the Shin Blaster, which this guy is only 4.4 pounds. Super easy to put together, and it's, let's see, about the measurements are 16.3, 14.8, and I'm looking at my cheat sheet, 8 inches high. Okay, so it's not a big piece of equipment. It's very portable, and it comes with a collar that you're going to put weights on. Now, I just recently, I use all the Life Pro dumbbells, the adjustable dumbbells. So I actually went and got some plates from Amazon. And these are just standard dumbbell plates. They're 2.5 pounds, and I got 2 of them. They're very affordable. So unless you have some already, you can definitely pick these up. I think they were, I don't know, $12 or something like that. So you're going to have some plates, and this is going to be great for increasing your strength in your tibialis and anterior tibialis. That's the whole deal. So welcome everybody. I hope you're going to be able to join with me in this workout. If not now, we're going to be having it recorded. You can catch it on the VIP page or also on YouTube. If you have any questions along the way, go ahead and type them in the chat. I'll answer you later on. I will definitely be showing you not only exercises, but stretches for your tibialis anterior. This is a common thing that I see with a lot of my clients. They have a lot of improper use of their foot. They've got a lot of clients that have some weak knees or dealing with knee projects. So I'm starting to use this product with them, and they really like it. It's not that difficult to use. So first, let me just move everything aside. I'm going to move my handy dandy little Nordic strap, which we're going to be using as well. And we're just going to warm up. Now, there is a little guide that's coming with the ShinBlitz and shows you some of the exercises. There's not a lot of exercises that you'll do with this. They're pretty specific. So we're going to be working the shins, the tibialis anterior. We're going to be working our ankles. We're going to be working our quads and our hamstrings. So let's begin with a warm-up. And this is going to be super simple. If you have this is my Blitz Pro 40, you can get pop on it. I'm not going to use that right now, but I'm going to be needing it later as my bench. But all I want you to do is start by just warming up your body. Arm circles. We're going to work all the joints here first, even though we're working down to our feet. Arm circles in the other direction. Kind of get the blood moving a little bit while I'm standing here chatting with you. We're going to go ahead and swing right and left, and you can start seeing I'm just reaching over. I'm rotating from the hips, the knees, and the ankles, just moving my body around. You can get some punches if you want. You can stretch over, but I just want you to move your body a little bit. Just get some blood flow everywhere. Breathing in, breathing out. It's super cold and windy here in Scottsdale, Arizona, so I have the heat on, if you can believe that. I'm just going to stretch your arms, reach up and down, a couple toe taps. And then we're going to come back to a very stationary position here. So if you have a wall handy, you're going to stand near it, but for right now, what I'd like you to do is put your hands on your hips, and you're going to rotate your hips. Little hula hoop circles. I'm working on my stabilization on both feet, working on warming up my knees and my hips, and then reverse it. Take big breaths in and out, these little hula hoop moves. Feel all 10 toes. Feel each side of your heel. I definitely recommend that you wear shoes in this workout. We're not going to be barefoot. And there we go. So now, what I'd like you to do for the hip, you're going to stand by the wall if you need it, because this is not a balance class today. We're going to bring the knee up and we're going to make circles. We're going to do 5 in one direction. And then you're going to do 5 in the other direction. Let me know where you're tuning in from while you're watching this workout. And if you've ordered the ShinBlitz yet. And now I'm going to swing my leg forward and back. Just little swings with the knee bends. Almost kicked my stool there. Little hip extension, hip flexion. And then I'm going to go out to the side, a little donkey kick in here. You can see I have my squat wedge pros there. This is great if you want to start stretching out your calves and your shins a bit. We might get to that during the workout. And I'm going to switch sides here. I'm not going to hold on. So if you want to try a little balance, you're going to go ahead and circle around. A little more challenging for the leg muscles, but give it a shot. You can always grab onto a wall or a chair and then reverse it. Yeah, this is the challenge, but that's okay. Tap the floor if you need to. And then you're going to swing, pendulum swing at the thigh bone back and forth. Abs, of course, are pulled in. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Donkey kick it out to the side a few times. Yeah, I have shorts on only because the heat's on in my house. And last one. Okay, now this is where I want to have you be hip distance, and we're going to make some ankle circles. Okay, just ankle circles. 5 here and 5 the other direction. Toes, all the toes are pressing down toward the floor. Great, and now the other side. Just going to do 5 in one direction and 5 in the other direction. So just, this was a few minutes of a warm-up just to get your body ready to go. Now, the first thing we're going to start out with is I'm going to give you 5 exercises, 5 or 6 strengthening exercises, and I'm going to give you about 5 or 6 stretches. Now, I have, like I said, my Rolex here. I'm not going to put it on, but you can, okay? You can put it on pulsation mode. I will show you how I'm going to load up my ShinBlitz. So I'm going to take the collar off. Amber did show this in the demo, but I'm going to show you guys how to do that. I'm going to load on just 2.5 pounds for now. I may go more later on. And I'm going to click it in place. I'm going to make sure you hear that snap, okay? So then I'm going to come down and sit down. If you have a long workout bench, this is great too. You could use that. But this is perfect for me because I want to support my legs. So I'm going to, wrong way. I'm going to tuck my toes under. I'm going to sit up nice and tall on my sits bones. Now, sometimes you'll see people kind of laying back on it. I like to sit up nice and tall. I really want to get my back muscles working. Feel free, if it's too much for you to lay back a bit, that's fine. Use your abs. But we're going to sit nice and tall. We're going to point and flex. Now, you guys know how I operate. I like to think about posture. So I'm going to take the hands behind the head. I'm pushing my chin in. I'm pulling my belly up. And I'm pointing and flexing. Now, here's the breath. Exhale. Inhale, stretch. Exhale. Inhale. Now, this is my first set of these. You guys can check it out. You can go to 2 to 3 sets if you'd like. Maybe adding on that extra 5 pounds or extra 2.5 pounds to make it 5 pounds. But I'm going to go to about 10 to 15 reps on this one, okay? Because this is all about building endurance. You want to feel these muscles firing up. My calves are supported. I hope that makes sense for you. Sitting nice and tall. If you are leaning back, pull your belly in, okay? And I'm going to have you go for about 5 more. You can even hold on to the sides of your platform. Pull all 10 toes up. Feel that stretch in the back of the ankles. And last one. So that was our first set of curls into the tibialis. Now, after that, I want to do a stretch. So my kind of gig is I like to stretch or strengthen and stretch, strengthen and stretch. That way, you're not waiting till the very end to do all the stretches. So since I'm sitting on this platform, I'm going to go lay on the side. My bottom knee's down. I'm going to grab onto my top knee and I'm going to pull my toes toward my butt. So I'm stretching out the front of that muscle. That's one option, okay? Just one option for you. I'll show you another stretch in a moment. And then switch it around. And then we're going to hold those all 5 toes, pull back. Now you could get a hip stretch at the same time and quad stretch, but I'm mostly worried about pulling my heel back toward my calf and open up the front of my ankle and just letting that stretch out. Great, okay? So that makes sense so far? Now, this is going to be without any equipment. You're going to move your ShinBlitz aside, lean against the wall, and I'm just in a little kind of a baby squat here. I'm going to pull the toes up, heads back, and I'm going to toe tap, up, down, up, down. Sure, I could use this, but I'm trying to get more of alignment of get my quads engaged because my next exercise, I'm going to be working quads. So I'm just doing toe taps, lifting my toes up and down. And you can keep alternating. That's totally fine to do. Or you can lift both and lower. Lift and lower. This is kind of what we simulate here. But I'm really driving to my heels, okay? Let's alternate back to individual. 5, 4, shoulders and head back. 3, belly in. 2, and 1. And then here's my next stretch. So I'm going to just go against the wall. I'm going to take my toes back and I'm going to slide and drag it in and press my shoelaces down toward the floor. And I'm stretching out that tibialis anterior again. I'm going to hang it out for about maybe 15 seconds or so. And then switch. I'm going to take my leg back, my front knee's bent. I'm going to drag those toes and then hang out there for a little bit and push down on all 5 toenails and stretch out. Excellent. And then shake things out. Okay, so the next move we're going to do is we're going to go into the quads. You can add more weight for this, and it's super simple to do. So all I want to do is there's a little pop pin here. I'm going to show you that right there. You can see that. I know that it's pretty black on here, so it's right in there. I'm going to press down on it. And this lifts up. I'm going to take the collar off. Super simple. I'm going to add my 5 pounds. Right. I'm going to put it back on. Open things up. You want to make sure it's really secure. That's pretty important to do. And now I'm going to grab my stool here. Okay, so set up the same way I did before. The reason I want to sit pretty firmly on top of the stool is I want my feet to kind of dangle. So make sure you're high enough. I was trying it on the Roman chair, Sculpt Trainer. It's a little bit too low for me, so this is a little higher. Now my toes are flexed, so my shins, my tibialis anterior is already working, and I'm going to go and extend and bend. Check out posture, guys. You do not want to slump in this. Quads moving, contracting. All 10 toes are pointing to the sky. So I'm going to do 3 sets of these because I want to show you something on this one. Exhale, push out, firing up all the quads. You can always put your hands on your chest to lift your heart. That might help you. You can reach your hands forward. You can take the Roseann special, hands behind the head, Push through the heels. Exhale as you do this. And we're going to do 4 more of these because I've got, like I said, I've got 2 more sets I want to show you. One more time. Now this is in parallel, meaning my ankles in line with my knees, in line with my quads. And we're going to shake it out for a second. So you're going to just kind of shake your legs up. And here's my stretch. I'm just going to take my leg back and I'm holding on to the chair. I'm just getting that quad to stretch a little bit, just lengthen out through the hip. Okay? That's it. And my toes pointing down. I'll do the other side. And just a quick stretch, getting that quad to lengthen out. Now my second set, I want to show you the difference. When I go into the ShinBlitz, what I'm going to do is my heels are going to be together, my toes are apart, and there's my move. So I'm going to be working a little bit more of the outside, and then my third set, my knees are going to be in, so it's going to be working the inside of the quads, okay? So here we go. I'll show you from the front. We get a better idea. So heels together, squeeze them together, sit nice and tall, and we're going to pick up, activating the outer quads. You can see a little bit of the dent in my thighs, and back, and I'm sitting up nice and tall. I'm not leaning back on this. Bring it down. Here's 3. Squeezing those heels, pulling the toes back up. So, I thought this was a really cool idea. I actually never used one of these trainers before. And when I saw this, I was really excited about it because it really isolates quads. You know, I teach a lot of, like I said, active aging adults. Rehab, prehab, and we are always looking to strengthen quads. And what an easy way to do this. I think I got a few more. I'm starting to feel it. Push through those heels. Hold for a moment. Abs are nice and tight in here. I'm using all those stomach muscles. And here's your last one. Push, push, push through and release. And then you're just going to shake those legs out a little bit. And we can do a standing quad exercise. Check this out. I'm just going to put my foot on top of the chair and I'm lengthening that quad out. Okay? Just a few breaths. Does it make sense? Any questions, guys? Let me know. Switching sides. Pressing my knee down. Pushing the top of my shoelaces on the seat to push my hip forward. Okay, third set. Again, I know this is for the shins that we're talking about, but quads and shins, so it's a twofer. Okay, so the third set. Now my toes are together. I'm knock-kneed and pigeon-toed, okay? So I'm really working the vastus medialis. I want to sit back a little bit. I want to be propped up as much as I can. I wore my white sneakers so you could see my feet. Okay, sitting tall, hands behind the head is your option, and you're going to push all the way up. So you can see how my heels are splayed apart. My big toes are touching. I'm going to internally rotate these bones. And with the foot flex, this is pretty important to realize. Keeping the foot flexed will keep your patella, the kneecap alignment, in just the right place. Okay, so you're going to squeeze and push those heels out, turn those thigh bones in. You're going to feel it right inside there. That's only 3, and I'm feeling it. Nice and tall. Use your breath. Exhale. Got about 4 more of these, guys. These stools are, you can pick these up on Amazon too. They're really affordable. I'm holding for a moment. I'm letting that contraction kick in. 2 more. Push through the heels. It's actually stretching the back of my calves too. You know, that's helping with the imbalance. If you have overdeveloped calves, that's the whole deal. We want to have a good balance of front muscles to back muscles. Here's your last one. Big push, out, out, out. Turn those thigh bones in the whole time. And release. Oh yeah, I can feel those quads. Okay, so here's the deal. We're going to go ahead again. I'm just going to kind of kick my heel to the butt. This is an active quad stretch, okay? Just kicking those heels to the butt. Now, we worked the quads, but I want to talk to you about how you can work hamstrings, okay? So we did shins, we did quads in 3 different ways, and now hamstrings. And this is going to be a little, I want you to be patient with this because it's a little awkward when you first get into this, but it will make sense over time, okay? So just like I had my feet with my toes behind the padding, it's a nice foam padding, I'm going to flip myself around. So you got to kind of easy does it here. Okay, I'm going to flip around and come onto my knees actually. I want to keep my toes in front of that plate. We're going to work hamstrings, okay? So I'm squeezing the feet. I'm going to bring myself up on this platform and I'm going to go ahead. Whoops, I lost it. Yep, this is the tricky part of this, guys. Try again. And actually, you know, I'm going to take one plate off because I was practicing this with one plate on, so I'm going to see if that makes a difference. It's all about keeping that connection. Okay. There we go. On my knees, on my toes. I'm going to lift myself up and I'm going to pick up that. Maybe I'm going to pick it up. I am not. I had it before. I lost it. There we go. Up. That's it. And down. So now I'm working into my hamstrings. My belly is off. This is the Rumblex Pro 4D. So I'm pulling my belly up, off. It's not a flat platform. And here's my hamstring curl. Exhale, hips down, squeezing the glutes, squeezing the hamstrings. I'm just resting my forearms on the floor. So I'm in a forearm plank. Don't drop your head on this. Get that big squeeze and lengthen. My kneecaps are off the end. Now you can do this on a bench, but I want your hips to really be firmly, hip bones pushing forward. Try not to press your belly in. And the glutes are going to fire up. Here's 4 more of these. Slowly. And 3. Oh yeah, burn baby burn. 2. And 1 more time. So like I said, be patient when you set yourself up for these because it takes a little bit to get your feet in the right position, but you'll figure it out. It's also in the handout that they'll give you. So my hamstring's got a great little contraction there, but what's really nice is we have our Nordic strap that you can use not only as for strengthening, but for stretching too. So let me just show you what I'm going to do here. I'm going to stretch out not only my calf muscle, but my hamstring. I'm going to put this loop on, and I'll just take my leg and I'll just give it a nice big stretch. So I'm stretching my hamstring and I'm stretching my my calf at the same time. So kind of hang out there for a second. I'm going to show you a little bit more of an advanced move, the hamstring curl on using the Nordic strap. If you have problems with your knees, I would suggest not to do it. My knees are pretty healthy and I'm grateful for that. I'm going to keep them that way. That's why I want to strengthen all these muscles in our legs. But get a nice big stretch here. Make sure that you're really lengthening the whole muscle. Gentle pull there. Cool. So this is on the handout that will become with the ShinBlitz, but I want to show you the strap, okay? You weave it in, and there's teeth that make it grab. Now, I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to put it on the edge of my Rumblex. I want to make sure it's nice and firm here, nice and secure. I'm going to tighten up a bit, okay? So the next thing I want to do is I'm going to put the chair in front. Okay? I want enough room under here that I can slide my feet in place, so I've just got to kind of adjust my strap a little bit until I can get my feet underneath. Okay? So again, have a little patience with yourself in this product. Okay, I'm going to put both feet underneath the straps. And then I'm gonna really, really secure the strap. Super important that you secure it as tight as you can. Okay, once I got it there, my ankles are off the end and I have my stool here. You've got to engage your glutes on this. You've got to pull the abs in. And all I want to do is I'm going to lean forward. I'm going to pull myself back. And that's all hamstrings. You can pad the knees up, okay? I'm on my knee cap, so you could put a little towel under your shin, okay? And then we're going to flex and hinge forward. I'm going to pull myself back. So the forward is not the hard part, okay? It's pulling myself back up. That's my hamstring curl. Nordic strap. Not a beginner move, so practice makes stronger. Okay, nice and pull yourself up. My shins are in that strap. It's a lot of hamstrings, guys. And pull up. Let's do a couple more of these because I already did my first set of hamstrings. That strap's nice and secure. Powerhouse muscles turned on, glutes definitely engaged. And up. So I only push myself just up just a little bit. And up. Whoo, baby. And there you have it. Okay, so the stretch now. I'm going to take my strap off. Pull. Actually, I'll just slide it off. There we go. Okay, so hamstring stretch. Stand up. You can put one foot forward and hinge forward. Push that toe down, stretching out the top of your lower leg, your tibialis anterior, stretching out your hamstring here. Switch it out, other side. Okay, foot down, push your butt back, point your toe, get that lengthening of the hamstring. I'm supporting my weight on my shin, not my knee. Back is flat. And come on up. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to move all my products around. And I'm going to go back to my wall squat. Okay, so I worked my quads, I worked my hamstrings, I worked my tibialis anterior. And I'm going to come down to what I call the 90-90. Okay, so just sit back. And I'm driving my heels down. So here's my toe taps again, guys. Hamstrings are working, quads are working, the shin blitzer muscles are working as I lift and tap and breathe. Your hands can be forward here. You can put them back. You can stretch your arms across the wall, driving the heels forward. I'm going to bring my feet in a little more. There's no pressure on my knees here. I like to call this the 90-90, okay? And I'm going to hold it as long as I can and breathe. It's getting a little dicey. Pushing my abdominals into the wall. Nice big 90-degree bend here. And then I'm going to slowly push myself up and wiggle out. Okay, so let's go back to the ShinBlitz Tibialis anterior muscle one more time. My last set, this will be my last set for my workout. I didn't stretch my quads on that one. It's all right. I'm kind of out of breath from those. Even though it wasn't an up and down move, it was very aerobic because I had a lot of muscle contraction, a lot of blood pooling into those muscles. Whew. Okay, so now I've got 5 pounds. I loaded up my piece of equipment. Again, pretty simple to use. Those hamstring exercises takes a little more time. That's all, right? Okay, so here I go. Now I told you, my first set I was laying on my Rumblex. This one, I'm just gonna point and flex. So I've got a little bit of a bend in my knee. You can have your legs straight out if you want. The quads are working, okay? So I've got more weight on here. I've got more of my leg pushing out. Just a slight knee bend. Kind of just protecting my knee joint. My quads are completely isometrically contracted. I'm going to pull up. So from here, we're going to do pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Burn, baby, burn. 4, 3, 2, hold it there and lift those legs. So big contraction, last final burn, quads engage. Inner thighs are working. My shins are pumping, okay? And I just want to hold it, sit nice and tall. I can feel my spine lengthening, all my back muscles, all my core muscles are working. And we release and shake it out. So guys, ooh, yeah, I've got some rubber legs here. So I just want to end with a little bit of stretching, okay? Once again, I'm gonna take one foot onto my rum bucks. I'm gonna pull my hip back. I'm gonna point and flex a few times, getting the hamstring to stretch. I like to put my hands behind my head. That's one of my good habits. You could always be eye imaging your arms. I just don't want you to drop your head. Okay, get that calf to stretch, and then take it back. We're gonna do that final drag. Okay, tuck the tailbone, get a nice big stretch. Lift up your arm and feel that from pinky finger down to the knee. Lengthen and other side. Hips are square. I'm going to hinge from my hips, flat back. You can hold on to something. If you're able to touch the table without rounding your back, otherwise I want you to stay here, lift and lower, get an active stretch hamstring, calf, anterior tib with the breath. Feel nice big pull, stretch, stretch, stretch. Come all the way back up. That same leg is going to go behind you. Toes dragging in, abdominals in. Posture is everything. Strengthening and lengthening is the name of the game. And then finally have a seat. Figure 4 stretch. Piece of cake after that. Just open things up. Sit nice and tall. Line up knee with ankle. And I'm not leaning forward. I'm just letting my knee come out. I'm going to roll my thigh out. Again, you can have your platform on. That's totally fine to do. I'm just using it as my step today, rolling it out. So guys, that was your ShinBlitz workout today. We spent about 30 minutes, quads, hamstrings, the shins, working your ankles. I want to leave you with one final thought. So every night before you actually check out to sleep, or every morning before you jump out of bed, I have a lot of my clients doing this simple move, and I want to demonstrate it. You'll lay down on the ground. I'm going to move my rumblux out of the way. This next exercise is like a little tip. No equipment. It takes literally, I've timed it, 2 minutes, 1 minute each leg, to reset all the muscles in your legs. So when you lay down in bed, and you can do this in bed, that's fine. You're going to lay down nice and flat. One leg is, you're going to keep the foot flexed and leg straight. The other leg, you're going to hold behind your thigh and let your foot just hang there. Let it dangle. And all I want you to do, your shoulders are relaxed. You're going to make 30 circles in one direction with your ankle. Okay? 30 of them. So you count them. You can go slow. You can go quick. You can make them little. You can make them big. And then you're going to do 30 in the other direction. Okay? And you might hear some snaps, some crackles, some pops. No problem. We're just realigning a lot of ligaments, a lot of tendons in the lower limb. And after this workout, I can tell you, I can really feel some burning happening in my shins. So that's okay. I'm stretching out some of the connective tissue that connects my tibia bone to my ankle. So 30 each leg in both directions. So it's 60 total. It takes you 2 minutes. I've timed it, but it's been a game changer personally and professionally for my clients as well. I want to challenge you to give that a shot for at least a week and see if you feel a difference. But, everything starts down at where we're grounded on the floor, and we work our way up. So when you have happy feet, happy ankles, happy knees, happy hips, happy core. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any questions, type it in the chat. If you want to know where you get the dumbbells, I can always give you my link for the dumbbells the plates I got, 2.5 pound plates. I'm happy to put that in the chat as well. And I'll look forward to seeing you guys next Wednesday with another workout. Happy Wednesday. Bye for now.